Jansen Harris here with the Just Good Network. Joining me, like always, is Sean Fowler. What's up, Sean?
How you doing, Jansen? Good to see you again, man.
Chilling, man. Great to see you. Great weather in Georgia. We even got Dan coming to visit. Good seeing him and stuff like that, too. So, Trae Young, talking Hawks. We know the record. They suck right now. Let's just keep it real. 20 and 47. But Trae Young's had a big jump. Yeah, he had some success. A jump from year one to year two. So my question is this to you, Sean. What is the big difference you see in Trae Young from year one to now year two?
I think Trae Young, he just looks more comfortable on the court. With his averages, his rookie season. His 3-point shot. They're starting to call him a baby Steph Curry. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
For him to be called a baby Steph Curry in year two already, that means that Trae Young's definitely, he's definitely improving in his 3-point success. And he honestly, I seen obviously the COVID-19 everything. Everyone's taking the last few months off, but I've seen Trae Young work, by himself and just trying to improve and finish the rest of the season off, if they even get to play, because I know the playoffs are going to come soon when the NBA comes back. But Trae Young, he looks like he can be that superstar that the Atlanta Hawks haven't really had since the Dominique Wilkins. I'm just being honest. He looks like he can be that guy for the Hawks. Because the Hawks have had guys who came in kind of towards the end of their prime, but not really made their mark, like a Josh Smith, you know what I mean? Even though he started there. Tracy McGrady had his stint there. Dwight Howard had a small stint, but never really took the Hawks by storm. But Trae Young,
Big Shot Joe, remember Joe?
Big Shot Joe Johnson. You're right, but it wasn't that guy. Trae Young looks like he's that guy, and he's only gonna get better.
Okay, and he could be that franchise player.
Definitely.
And I'll just break down the stats right now from 2018-2019. His minutes have gone up 5 minutes. Averaging almost 30 points a game, 29.6. You want to be a hater. So he's doing his thing when it comes to that. Rebounds are up. Assists are up. I think Trae Young's developing into that guy. Let's just go with the Vince Carter thing. Vince Carter, very old player, but he this is what Vince Carter basically said about him. He said he wants to be a better leader.
Right.
He says Trae Young calls him Yoda because he has all the information. He says Trae Young, he's helping him become more of a leader, more vocal.
Definitely.
My only issue is this about Trae Young. Getting better, all the stats getting better, more comfortable shooting, more comfortable with the team. But there's things going around with Lloyd Pierce, and I don't think he's the coach of the future. Okay? Like the guy, yeah, brother thing, black coach, I love it. I'm not a hater. But is he the coach of the future? No, I don't think so, because defense. Trae Young's not a defensive guy, and I think to be a leader, too, you have to take a command of the defense a little bit. You don't have to be great, but just show some effort towards it. We've seen young guys, and people say, oh, well, Melo didn't play defense. Okay, later in his career. But if you go early, he was a feisty defender a little bit. Not great. Never said he was great, feisty. But Lloyd Pierce doesn't have a great relationship with him. Can Lloyd Pierce control a guy like him? I will say he's young. He's 21 years old. But sometimes, and I notice with Cam Reddish and others on the court, Trae Young, very ball dominant, so it's hard for him to get his teammates in that winning mode. And now he's getting labeled, and it's only year two, but getting labeled as in, can he be a guy, the number one guy, and win? And we don't know that. John Collins was out with the suspension. There's been injuries. Some people say it's excuses. He's only 21 years old. But maybe there's question marks about how far the team, longevity-wise, could get with Trae Young. And I see it sometimes. I go to some of the games, a little sloppy with the ball, turnovers. But we're just going to have to see what Trae Young does.
Most definitely. I think the future is definitely bright for Trae Young. For him, you definitely have to watch him all around the court because he can shoot from so deep. So I think the future is very bright for him, and it's something exciting to see, at least in Atlanta, playing basketball just because Trae Young. So.
And before we close this out, Sean, I got a little question for you. Obviously, Luka Doncic, the trade happened on trade night, and do you think that a little bit of that stigma with the winning is coming from seeing how successful the Mavs have been? Not obviously playoff success, but seeing them in the standings, seeing them in the playoffs already. Do you think those comparisons are always going to happen? That's why people are like, okay, maybe Trae Young, they can't win with this guy.
Well, I mean, I think the comparisons are always going to happen because they came out the same year. So I think that's always going to be, the comparisons are always going to be like that. Just like, say, Andrew Luck to RJ3 at first when they first came out in the same draft, or Russell Wilson. They all came in the same draft. So I think comparisons are inevitable, you know what I mean? So, but, I mean, both players are definitely stars, and the best is yet to come for both. So I'm just excited to watch some good basketball, hopefully coming up soon.
I'm excited as well, too, and I just want to add this before we go. I think the comparisons, they're always going to be compared to each other. Luka a tad bit more successful, but it's not fair because Trae Young is a star. And for him to be a superstar, I think he needs to understand more. I don't want to say the team concept because it's a sister up, but be more controlled, be able to trust his teammates more. And that's going to come maybe with a new coach. I don't know. But I want to say this to Atlanta people because I know a lot of our followers are Atlanta guys, especially on YouTube for the most part. Facebook, a little sporadic. Instagram, whatever. Some here, some there. I just want to say this. We cannot sit here, Sean, and pretend like Trae Young is going to be a Hawk forever. We can't pretend, Sean. Let's keep it real. I don't know shit, but I'm just saying we can't pretend. We cannot pretend. And yes, I can say shit because we're dropping this on our own platform. I can't pretend, Sean. All I can say is this. LeBron left. Why not him? A lot of guys are leaving. We don't win, we leave. If the Hawks don't win next year, Lloyd Pierce probably going to get fired, right? Yeah, it might be. It might not be, well, he needs time to develop. Coaches get fired like that. So that's all I want to say. I'm not being a Debbie Downer. I'm just saying if 20-47, season's over, next season they start out of the gate 8-20 towards the bottom of the East, and the Hawks, it's not like they don't have a talented roster. It's not like they suck. Young roster, yes. It's not like the roster's bad. I'm just saying keep your eye on that, Sean. Keep your eye on it.
And I'll just end off this real quick 5 seconds on this one. If that's the case, though, Trae Young's going to get blamed because no matter how great of a player you are, because he's starting to get into that level where eventually he could be a superstar, but if you continue to lose games, he's going to get the blame too, so he has to be prepared for that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Jansen Harris here with Sean Fowler. Like, comment, subscribe below. Go like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram as well. Hey, if you guys have anything to say, what are we going to talk about, this, that, or concerns or comments, feel free. Hit me up. Hit Sean Fowler up, Jansen Harris up, any of the platforms. Say how you feel at the bottom. If there's any topics you want us to talk about, let us know as well, too. Jansen Harris here with Sean Fowler with the Just Good Network.